action coming thick and fast here on the opening day of the British Open. And this is also from the loser's side of the draw, as it will be for the rest of the evening. The loser of this one is on their way home, Neil Raybone and Gary Clarke. It is Neil that gets us underway with the opening break, and I am actually genuinely excited to say that I am joined in commentary by Chaos Cole Bedford. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you, mate. Yeah, I've had a good day. I've won 2 matches, which is better than I thought I was going to do the way I've been playing. So, yeah,
nice to go well in the, and then you can have a nice evening where you don't have to do anything other than come and join us and have some fun watching, you know, some of the other guys try and battle it out to get back into the tournament.
Yeah, exactly. It's a nice little privilege. I'll have a tough match tomorrow. I got Wadnam, but yeah, I'd rather have him than have to worry about playing tonight.
Is that how it feels, though, in terms of if you're, you know, Neil and Gary both suffered tough losses, especially Neil, who was in front a lot of his match earlier on. You feel like that's a long way back into the tournament from the loser's side, especially if you get into it early.
This is, yeah, because these 2 lost first poke, didn't they? First match, yeah. So, God, how many matches have we got to win to get back in?
I think 7? You'd have to win 6 more to make the qualifying, to make the last 16. Yeah.
So you've got to effectively win 10 matches in a row to win the tournament, which, yeah, is does not sound fun, I must admit. But if Neil, I'm not saying Gary isn't capable of doing that, but Neil is the sort of person, sort of character that I think could do that, to be fair.
He's the sort of player that's just, he'll take one ball, one frame at a time, and, you know, he's always given you the impression, always given me the impression he's capable of just, you know, dealing with one match at a time and not getting too carried away too far ahead, and will keep just churning out. And he plays an all-round game that allows him to play at a level, like, all the time. You never see his level really drop. Although, having said that, Monday night in the Champions League, he didn't play. That's the worst I've seen him play. Although he did say afterwards, not as an excuse, he just said he was under the weather and was really struggling. Yeah,
actually. a lot of people here have been ill. I was really ill last weekend. I was not last weekend, last week, and then there's Luke Sandys, who I'm sharing with. I had to go, during his first match, I had to go to Boots and get him some nasal spray and some cold and flu tablets, because he said he thought he was going to faint mid-shot. So
not quite the same for Gary Clarke. He suffered a very tough loss to Scott Pope, but it was a quick loss. It was, you know, especially the way that Scott plays, it was a 10-3 scoreline in Scott's favour. And Gary, who I thought played, these two actually both played on Monday night in the Champions League, and I thought Gary was the player of the night until the final match. He ended up losing to Neil Raybone in a match that, if he had avoided defeat, he was going to be in a 6-thread shootout. If he won, he was going to be through, and he ended up taking the loss in that match, and it knocked him out. So,
ouch. Who did get through in the end? I watched as well. I can't remember who got through.
God, it was only on Monday. Arfan was in there as well, and it was Christy Caulfield that came on through.
Of course it was. Yeah. Of course it was.
Testing my memory there for a second.
Yeah. I watched it as well. I didn't remember. Yeah, I think Gary's really underrated. I think he's really capable of playing to a very, very high level. As Neil just plays a loss of turn there. There's not going to be many people, I feel, who's going to be better at the rules and the tactical and digging inside than Neil. I wouldn't have thought.
I always think, I used to say this a lot to players I've known and played against and watched and commentated on Neil for a long, long time now, and I think he's one of the players that will always play the right shot.
Yeah.
You know, if you were an amateur player trying to study someone to learn how to play, there's certain players that will play a style of game that you can't really, you know, there's a lot of execution shots, and Neil just plays such a solid all-round game that
100%.
If he plays a choice of shot, 9 times out of 10 it is the right choice of shot.
I agree. What makes him so good and so difficult to beat? I think I've played him 3 times, I think, and back a few years ago, and I think he's always, anytime there's been any tactical frame, he's always managed to bury me, which isn't hard because I go for everything, but
yeah,
he's very good at that side of the game.
But I'd say that's the thing, isn't it? I'd say that a lot of people watching you play probably couldn't try and do what you can do. It's an execution game, and whereas Neil was the other side of it and all round kind of.
Yeah, I'll never play anything that he thinks is too much risk, which is sometimes the best way to be.
As a player, though, do you ever look at that sort of thing and try and add any of that to your game, or do you worry that if you tried to do that, it might take away some of the things that make you the player that you are?
There's certain things I think at these rules, especially with the loss of turn, I think that my game's got a lot better because of that. Watching, like I like watching a lot of, not being disrespectful, a lot of what I would call the top players, and I do class Neil as he used to definitely be one of the top players, but he hasn't done as well as what I would have expected on Ultimate Pool. But I still watch, especially for the tactical side, I still watch what he does, and yeah, he's very good at that. Like I said, his all-round game is probably one of the best for definite.
He's had some interesting decisions on this finish, because the ball bottom right is not a good last ball for the 8-ball, and that's the one it has to be now.
Yeah, I think he'll just play for it long up the rail. You know that these tables were literally reclothed. Was it Wednesday? And I think you just know that they're gonna and the balls are cleaned every match. You just know that's gonna make the table play slightly more generous than normal. We screwed out. Oh, it's a brilliant shot.
Oh, it's ball in hand, isn't it? That is fantastic.
That's very, very good. He proved me wrong there pretty quickly.
Well, we used it all, but still drops in just to emphasise your point that the perfect conditions out there just allow it to play on the generous side. But that was a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Especially when your line is middle pocket as well.
Yeah.
It's tendency is to be quite short on that shot.
And it was only because he made a bad mistake, I think, to get to the hill, and then Luke played really well from there, I think. But he played really well in the match. He just made one bad mistake to go 6-4 up, and Luke was 6-3 up, I think, and Luke played absolutely brilliant from there. So yeah, he is definitely back playing very well again.
Yeah, good to see.
Stanchion call.
Neil with another very good break there. Would expect him to clear these yellows, but there's a little bit of work, a couple of gaps to find.
Oh, big surprise, especially how the way Neil started. You could tell he wasn't comfortable queuing up for that across the cushion. Still a big surprise. He missed that by quite a long way. Chance for Gary to try and get himself into this match. Try and forge an opportunity. Happy to try and do the right thing, play the loss of turn.
I might be wrong, but I don't think that's a great shot. I think he's left the yellow off the red, and he can bang the red straight into the yellow. I know he's relying on a little bit of luck for it to come out, but yeah, I feel like he can bang this out, and I feel like the yellow is naturally going to go to the right-hand side of the table as well, off the red maybe. Yeah, brilliant shot from Neil. I was going to say, it looked like it was naturally going off the red towards the right-hand side of the table, and that's exactly what's happened.
Yeah, brilliant stuff from the Razor.
And that should be 3-0.
Yeah, it doesn't allow the poor missed pot to affect him, just gets back to it next time he's at the table. And it didn't look like there was any damage done from Gary, but fully punished.
Oh, he has got there. I thought he was short then, I must admit.
Everybody that's played on the table today said that the bed of the table is playing like glass, but the cushions are playing a little bit on the soft side. 3-0 down in a race to 7. It's not disastrous, but it's not where you want to be. And our first non-golden break of the day, I think. I don't think the 8-ball's gone in before today, but don't worry, it comes back up. Goes put on the spot.
He might have been a bit I know the reds are theirs. There is a finish on reds, but he might have been a bit unfortunate because I feel like he's not on a yellow, and I feel like yellows are very easy unless there's a gap between the two yellows. But that looks, yeah, no chance. So yeah, he'll have to go reds.
Big shot this.
Oh, he is on the yellow, is he?
Oh, he had the gap. He had the gap.
I called the gap, but I didn't think he was in it.
He's a perfect now. Now that he's got that gap and he's away. Really needs this, and I feel like he needs it at this visit.
Yeah, definitely.
On Monday night, he was flawless through 2 matches. Took every visit that came his way, every chance. That's what he needs to find right now.
Do you top into the red here, or do you just leave the yellow to the corner?
I'd be tempted to leave it.
I think, yeah. I think personally, I'd
Keep
just
it
leave
clean.
it to the corner. Yeah.
You feel like it can't go wrong, but
No. But there was no chance you could go wrong that way. That's the difference. Top into the red, I would have thought, just half ball. Perfect.
this is exactly what Gary Clarke needed, and he needed it at this time as well.
Little bit awkward. I know. He shouldn't go wrong, but I feel like he's landed just off straight the wrong side. I feel like he just have to leave the white where it is. Which, yeah, it's no issue.
One of those you could have pinched the pocket either way to create your angle, wasn't it? It was
yeah, exactly.
nicely done.
I feel like if we do go for food, we're going for a Nando's. I feel like it would be a quiet. Might be a bit quiet.
It's amazing how that's the case.
Yeah.
Well, not the best of breaks here for Neil, but good result.
Other chicken shops are available, by the way. You know.
Don't worry, we're not on the BBC. We're okay.
Yeah.
We're okay.
Yeah, it wasn't his cleanest break. Lost the white a little bit.
Awkward layout.
Yeah, very awkward, because I feel like even if he goes into the yellow and red off the red over the pocket, I think the yellow goes towards the black, so yeah, this is awkward.
I think the director there's done the former world champion a little bit dirty, cutting to him as he's having a good old yawn. He's safely done though, his work for the day is done. He's just out there watching his Northern Irish teammate Gary Clarke.
And that has made things even more awkward, I think. I might be wrong. Does the red go by the yellow? Surely not.
Doesn't look like it.
No, he's just playing safe here. Good luck, Gary Clarke. I would have no idea what I was doing here.
Yeah, I was going to say, with that in mind, do you ever have that sort of in your mind? So let's say you're playing a Neil Raybone or somebody else that you do rate highly on the tactical side of the game. Does that kind of change how you play because you're playing Neil?
Yeah, whenever I play, I feel like if I played Neil now, I've not played Neil since I was younger, and I let myself get. I'm not saying he bogged me down because that's disrespectful, because he was comfortably a better player than me at the time when we played the 3 times. But I think I tried. I think at the time I was a bit younger, I was 18, 19. I think my ego sort of was like, oh, I'm going to outwit you, and I'm not capable of doing that. So
probably
I think I just, if I had, like in this situation, I'd have to try and play a few safeties and whatever, but I feel like I would be more attacking against him. Because look at that shot there. Gary feels like he's probably played a decent shot, and then he's coming into the table and he's in a world of pain again. So, and
it's not played as though just putting the red on the pocket. He's played that in such a way to get the red away from the pocket as well. It's a clever shot.
Yeah, I feel like I think I sort of thought I definitely, like whenever I play Ronan now, I think I'd make sure that I'm always open and attacking against Ronan. I don't look to play any safeties really.
I guess it comes down to the situation as well, though. I mean, there'll be times when you're playing, you know, a tactically strong player where the right shot is still to play a tactical shot.
Of course, of course.
But if there is a sort of 50-50 call, that might sway you to go like a little bit more on the attacking side.
I feel like if I was if I had a 50-50 finish or 40% finish, I think I'm probably more likely to go for the finish, just simply because I know that the 60% of the safety I'm still going to be second favourite for. So
yeah, it makes sense. That was a disappointing shot for Gary. He did not want to make that double.
And he is going to be in a snooker, I would have thought, next shot, unless it's not touching. Yeah, it'll still be in a snooker next shot. It's hard to see how Gary wins this frame without a mistake from Neil. I'd be tempted if I was Neil here to go up and down off the bottom rail, hit the red full in the face and try off the cushion in back in behind the 2, or is that a bit risky?
Depends on whether it'd be what he could potentially do to that yellow. He's going to play your shot.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, has it? That's what I was worried about. Has he left a shot? But there can't be enough showing for that to go anywhere. It just can't be.
Bang the cross double 100-mile-an-hour and see what happens.
Do or die.
That doesn't sound like me though, does it?
Thing is, if he can, maybe he can't see enough of the yellow, or maybe if he thinks if he plays that yellow, he's moving it away and potentially opening everything up. So, risking coming off the cushion and hitting a yellow and then hitting a cushion.
Because now Neil's going to play the shot where he just stuns a yellow down and buries him in behind the reds, isn't he?
I was thinking if Gary could see enough of that yellow, could he play it in such a way where he's moving that red just up towards the 8 ball, make sure he hits the cushion, you're not really doing too much.
Yeah, I was going to say. The only thing is, obviously, he only gets one shot ball in hand, so he is going to have to develop the black at some point. He's got good connecting balls to do so, but you're never guaranteed when you play a cannon. Ooh. Ooh, he'll take that.
That's a great result for Gary.
There's now, I would say, a fair bit of time left in this frame.
And this is where the timed match dynamic interests me, because
yeah, Neil could just run the clock down for the rest of the match now.
Yeah, I know that. Well, I know there's 33 minutes left here, but let's say there's a lot of time left. Let's say there's another 8 minutes left in this one and we get down to 25, but Gary loses it. Then all of a sudden the match clock's not a factor, but it's starting to become a factor, whereas it's absolutely not a factor at all if he wins the frame. The shorter the match, the more the frame means.
Yeah, definitely. Is it touching ball? Why is he not just coming off the cushion in back in behind the yellow? What?
Yeah, that's a really good point.
That's crazy.
Could have just come off the right hand side and put the cue ball right back where it was, because of course being touching ball, he's essentially hit his ball already as he plays away. All he has to do is hit the cushion.
He's left Neil a go at the finish now. He's missed a trick there. Now Neil can play the cannon. I don't understand what... I don't know. He just must not have thought of that. Wow. Oh, surprises me, but... maybe he just didn't see it, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, it's a strange one, isn't it? I'd normally try and make the case that he was sort of dangling the carrot for Neil to go here, but I don't think that's the case at all. I think it's just he's not really seen the shot.
Yeah, because he could play that in such a way that, in my opinion, if you do get ball land, you can naturally put it on a yellow, put the white on an angle to get the yellow out next to the black as well. So, weird shot. You must not have seen it.
But I tell you, it's forced Neil, maybe not forced is the right word, but it's made Neil go here, and Neil's going to have to come up with a double.
Yeah.
To win, but he is incredibly good at the doubles. He's one of the best players on the tour at making the doubles, but that doesn't look a good place to double from.
That does not go, I don't think.
I think he's happy.
Oh,
he's going to straighten it up.
This looks like
It's
a double
not.
kiss.
Yeah, it does to me too.
Yeah, double kiss. That double kiss and still nearly went in.
Yeah, he didn't come back far enough, and
He's had
that's a surprise. The double wasn't on.
See, even I'm not trying to get the cannon here, I don't think. It did double kiss, didn't it, I think?
Yeah, I think he just flicked it.
Is he going to play the cannon? Oh,
This is bold.
This is kamikaze. And that's why.
Yeah. If he plays the snooker at the top of the table, he's forcing Neil into playing the cannon and getting it out, because Neil was going to hit the 8-ball there.
Tell you what, you can play the snooker here though. He's had a touch. You can just dink him behind.
Oh, that's a tough shot though. You don't think? I think it's
I
really.
think it's easier than it look. Oh,
he's got no margin of error on that shot whatsoever.
Missed it.
Oh, he has left it awkward though. Would have been a fun shot had he made that pot.
Yeah. Do you play? I think I played the skilly and screw back to the top bottom rail here.
Does he have the angle to do that, or is he going close to the middle pocket? I think he's just about straight enough.
Yeah. That's
just screw back to the side cushion.
Yeah. That's good enough.
No, he's just going for the cut and nowhere near. So
off, yeah.
Gary is going to get his chance to win this frame. Fascinating frame of pool, this one. I tell you what, it's still gone just awkward enough to make Gary think.
I'm surprised. I don't want to. I'm not trying to. I don't want to sound critical, but I thought he'd play the one in the middle first here, but. Yeah. Do you just drop this in, or do you come off the bottom rail?
Looks like he's going to just uncross.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was easy enough.
Yeah.
I thought he had more angle than that, to be honest. Big frame this was for Gary to nick.
Yeah, huge frame of pool.
Messaged me and I had to go to Boots for him, and he said he was feeling dreadful. So
he has hit Patel at scheduled for 9 o'clock. I think they're about half an hour behind on the outer arenas, so it will be sometime between 9 and 10. Chance for Gary then.
Extension call. Red ball's in play.
good chance for Gary here.
Yeah, just checking if that red passes the yellow to the bottom corner.
Doesn't look like it does. I'm going to make a case for, you're going to think this sounds nuts, the top left pocket off the cushion off the yellow.
And that was the perfect ball to get there, if that was the plan.
Because if it doesn't look like it goes past this yellow to me off the camera angles. Especially, even more so the overhead, I feel like it looks like it doesn't go at all. So. Must go off Gary. Looking at Gary's body language, it must go.
Yeah, the one that might be more awkward is the one in the middle of the table, unless that goes top right. Well, the way he's played this, it must go to the bottom left. Doesn't look like there's enough showing. But
he's chasing the white here. He's in a little bit of trouble now. He's just moved the yellow off the pocket as well, so he can't play the shot I suggested, and I don't see, unless it doubles to the bottom right pocket, I can't really see what he's got here. Unless he goes into the middle, actually, into the left centre. He's trying to move the yellow so the double goes. Yeah, he's in a little bit of trouble here.
yeah, open up the top drawer here. He needs to find something.
I don't think the double goes to the bottom right. So, yeah, I can't really see a shot here. Off the, oh, what a shot.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, what an amazing
word,
shot.
what a shot.
from Gary Clarke. Wow, that is a massive shot.
I was going to say the only shot he's got is off the yellow, but he beat me to it.
The thing I would say for Neil, it's happened early enough in the match that he can recover from that.
Oh, he's gone dry though.
No, he's made one. He's okay.
Oh,
yeah.
I missed that. I apologise.
He's made a red.
Where did that go in? Oh, the one
top,
down there. Yeah.
Top corner. Quite late on. But yeah. Hit them really well, I know.
Yeah, he did hit those good. He's one of the only players I know that breaks with topspin.
Chris Melling does it at times, doesn't he?
Yeah. Chris, it depends on the day, I think. He does do it sometimes, yeah. Playing the cannon for a shot. Oh, that'll do nicely.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that. The plant is now very makeable. He's even looking at yellow off yellow in the middle.
I think you play the yellow off the yellow if the middle, send the yellow that's over the middle towards the bottom right bag. And
you might not see enough of it, that's the only thing.
Ah, yeah, good point.
He's a little bit tight on it.
Oh, I wouldn't be playing the cut first, I'd be playing the one over the middle. Over the left middle. This can go wrong because you're playing a cannon.
Couldn't avoid the cannon.
Yeah, I wasn't a lover of that shot, but it's come out okay. He landed on the plant as well, which is nice for him.
Just needs to be made. It's not an absolute guarantee. He's not straight in on it.
He'll have to just slightly top through as well, off the red to make sure he's on the next yellow, will he? I think. Yeah, this is missable. Missed it.
Yeah, just overdid it, and yeah, half the eye was on the cannon on the red to make sure he was on the next ball.
He had landed awkward either way if he got it as well, to be fair. If you're Gary here, are you tempted just to flick off the red and pop the yellow over the hole and try and block?
Do you not convince yourself that Neil could come up with a shot? Probably the percentage play. I'm still with you. I'm surprised with Neil's decision not to take the one left centre.
Yeah.
Drop it in, and then you've got top left, and or you can get yourself to the plant.
Yeah, it was risky playing the cannon the way he did.
Obviously the yellows came out okay, but the cue ball was running a little bit loose, and ultimately that cost him the plant.
Yeah, no, Gary's going. I don't mind that. It was just oh, it doesn't really straight. That's no good. Now he'll be wishing he played the lost turn, I think. Unless he's... Can he... Yeah, I can't really see a shot here either. This is awkward. I don't say can he leave the cut, but this looks tough.
Yeah, what's he eyeing up here?
He's playing the cut and trying to, flick the yellow.
Oh, this is thin.
And it's missable. He's only got half a pocket. Oh, he's hit the red and it's gone in. He's got a double.
Do you not think the yellow's in the way?
No, not from... No, I don't think so. I think he can just sneak it by.
Well, this has similar feels to the previous frame where he dug very deep and got out.
Will he trim it and play the lost of turn? No, he's playing the double. Oh, stung the jaws.
Yeah, the problem with the loss of turn is the red sits over the pocket, Neil's got the numbers advantage, and he just plays a loss of turn back, and then he's got control of the frame. He has complete control of the frame now, though. Chance to get himself back in front.
Dot to dot now. 4-3 Neil incoming, I would have thought.
Yeah, shouldn't be any reason not to be. frames on the trot. We've seen both sides of chasing a finish. One of them, Gary gets out. The other one, he doesn't, and he made the game easy. Darren was so close to beating Tom Cousins, the #1 player, in the opening round, and ultimately ended up losing that match 10-8. And then he's lost in the loser's side straight away. So almost a brilliant day for Darren, and ends up being a very disappointing one.
Yeah, I love it. Tom, I walked in and I saw Tom was struggling. And I went and laughed at him quickly, and as he does with me. So I thought he can have some back. I went and laughed at him at 6-3, and he said to me after, he said, yeah, he said in the first, it was 4-1 down, and he said he felt like he'd never played before. So, but he said Darren played well, but he said he missed 2 of the easiest balls he said he ever missed in his life. So
the problem is for most people is when Tom doesn't play very well, it's still very well. He's such a good player that his feeling like never played before is still a very high level.
Well, from 4-1 he'd missed 2 bad balls, and then he missed 1 ball in the rest of the match, and you know, that's a very, I don't care what anybody says, if you're only missing, in a race to 10, if you only miss 3 balls, of course at the elite level you're probably not going to win, but if you're playing somebody below that level, I feel like you're going to go close to winning if you only miss 3 balls in the entire match.
He didn't miss, as we see Gary just run a little bit too far up the table, and that causes a major problem. But he lost 10-8 in the WPF World Masters final this year. Obviously he won 10-8 earlier on today. And the point I was trying to make is he didn't miss 3 balls in that match. They didn't miss 3 balls between them, between Declan and Tom, and it just shows you the levels that those guys can go to.
At the top, if you're in that top 16, you can't afford to miss. You can probably miss 1 or 2 in a race to 10 at best, really. If you both, especially at that deep later stage, because you just know that whoever you're playing is playing perfect pool. That's played pretty big there, that bag, I must admit. I think he'll go middle. Do you think he'll go middle now, roll through and leave the angle to swing down for the bottom, the red on the bottom rail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
He's got a pretty good route here. Yeah, naturally swing down now. A little bit interested to see where he's going to play to get on the black here. Oh, he's short. Oh, wow, this table's quick. I embarrassed myself there, I thought he was well short.
He's done really well here. There's Neil.
Good finish.
Yeah.
I thought he was a little bit short, and then he landed perfect and made me look a bit of an idiot, which I do well myself at as well.
Added bonus for Neil, that.
Yeah.
Added bonus. But yeah, no, done very well from kind of making that mistake when he should have won a frame and separated a little bit, and then obviously Gary taking out that big double.
Oh,
Neil.
That's a lazy break in my opinion when he goes straight in the middle.
It's one thing with Neil on his break, he can lose control of that cue ball. The more he reaches back for more power, the more he loses control.
Yeah. I tell you what, if you're going to go in off, at least leaving the table looking like that's not bad.
I feel like Gary's going to whether he wins or loses this match right now, he probably feels like he's had to work incredibly hard for everything he's got in this match.
Yeah,
Nothing's come easy
agreed.
to him. His finishes have been tough. He's had layouts like this.
Yeah. I think I'd play the red, the one near the balk line, the red and yellow together, the two by themselves. I think I'd play the red to the bottom right corner and then leave the angle on the red he's playing now to go into it, but he's seen differently and added.
It's bold to go into it because you have to go into it on that line. You have to go in with so much pace.
That in the middle bag, it's unlikely to take it.
Whereas if you go in from the one you're talking about, all you're doing is going into the yellow and the red just pops out.
Yeah.
I like your choice, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit. I know he had to make a tougher pot with the yellow to the bottom right, but I feel like that was a lot easier because playing a ball into the middle at that pace, you're asking a lot for the pocket to take it, even if you're at the middle of the pocket.
He had some real time pressure though, didn't he?
Yeah, I feel like the clock had got to him there as well.
Red balls in play.
We've got another little bit of a scrappy frame here, I think.
Yeah, both balls going in mean nothing there. It's an open table. He potted the red. He is reds. The yellow going in. Doesn't matter. In other rule sets, it can be slightly different there. The table can actually remain open, or you can be. Not in international 8-ball rules.
This is tough, isn't it? If he's playing this in the middle, this is tough. I'm not a lover of this. This is a tough pot in my opinion, but
I think he's going along with it.
yeah, it must be.
Go to the middle, you can't get the cue ball out.
Nope.
Educated shot, as in, what I mean by that is a shot that he feels if he makes it, he wins the frame off it because all the reds are there,
yeah.
and therefore, you know, you can tell yourself it's the right shot. But also, he knows if he misses it, he's not leaving an absolute routine return.
Finish, yeah, I'm surprised. Can he drop the gap between the yellow and the red on near this bottom rail and hit the red to leave himself on the yellow?
Yeah, that would still leave him a lot of work, but would deal with the one at the bottom of the table.
I feel like if he hits the red full in the face, he'd leave the angle to go into the red and yellow together then as well. Might be wrong, but
he still has to open up the 8-ball as well.
Oh yeah, God, there's a lot of work here.
There's a lot of work.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the black. Only looking at. Oh, he's going to play the skinny.
Oh, okay, so he's going to play the combo.
But then this yellow still doesn't go. Tell you what you could play here now. Play the skilly and screw into the red that's blocking the pocket. And then he can naturally... oh no, he's ignoring me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying though, because he would leave himself on the ball he's playing now.
Yeah.
Can get on the one on the cushion, and then the one below the red goes bottom left. Yeah. Would have been a route out.
This is tough to keep the pocket covered here, in my opinion. I might be wrong, but it looks like he's going to have to double kiss it in. There's a chance that the yellow will pop up and leave it so the red goes. Double kiss. No. That might go still. I think that goes and off the draw, off the yellow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this goes jaw yellow in. So I think Neil's got a relatively routine finish here. Just need to make sure he leaves. I would have been tempted personally there to top off the rail and leave the red with the yellow together into the middle first, but I think he'll play this off the jaw, off the yellow. Oh, he's got lucky, he's got the double kiss. If he didn't get the double kiss though, he didn't leave anything. Odd shot, but... played a weird shot there. He played the red off the yellow off the jaw and got away with it, the double kiss.
I feel like this is really big moments in this match, right here and now.
Definitely. He's landed perfect by the looks. Oh, he's in off. Wow, that's a bad shot.
Yeah, 6-3 right there. This cue ball stays on the table. He's one away. Flick on the yellow.
I don't like I said, I don't like to be too critical, but that was quite a glaring mistake really from Neil. That was obvious. If you got into it too much, you were screwing it off. .54 with Gary to break, and we're not far off getting into the fun part with the
oh, wouldn't you know it, try again for Gary.
I'm surprised he's going yellow here. I would have played the red up the rail on the right hand side first, and then...
Does that tell you that the yellow passes the red to bottom left?
Yeah, but I feel like you've got to play the double and then make a plan. Oh, unless the yellow goes to the middle actually.
I think this just shows you that Neil's level of confidence in the doubles. I know he missed one earlier, but it wasn't a missed double, it's that he didn't land on the double. This one's a missed double though.
Oh, yeah, I think you'll see now, in my opinion, if I'm Gary, the red that's next to the yellow on the left hand rail, I play this now. Float it in with a little bit of right hand side. Get it out the way early, and then you've got a natural route. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised you didn't go red there, Neil, personally, but...
15-second shot clock in play.
He's in the exact same place he was before he played that last shot. Gary is in business now. Top stump run through maybe to the left hand, right hand rail, and then he is in business. I think the red that's on. Oh, he's playing it to. He's playing this one down here first. Ignore me.
Well, the way he's going here, he has to land really well, doesn't he, to be able to get onto the last ball. He's going to have to land straight or well past straight to be able to go and get nicely on the last ball.
Yeah, this is a...
It does look good though in terms of the cue ball just has to do its natural thing. It doesn't have to try and do too much here. I think if he drops this in, he's going to be perfect.
Floats beyond the yellow. I was about to say, can he float beyond the yellow?
Yeah.
That's why I didn't like going that way, but I think he's still on it.
Yeah, and he was so far past the straight that he could use the top cushion as well. He's not quite on this one as he would like to be, but he is on it.
This is one I like to cue in as well, but you can't get on the black cueing it in, so you've got to top it through.
Oh, beautiful shot.
Played it good.
Kills the cue ball.
Yeah, brilliant shot.
And, well, this simple 8 ball to go all square, which is, well, hard to believe the way this match has gone.
Yeah.
Oh, another poor hit from Neil, below the centre pocket this time.
Dry, and oh my word, look at the reds. All the yellows. Take your pick.
This is the easiest layout that Gary's had the whole match. He's had so many tough layouts to work out, and don't get me wrong, this is, you know, nothing's a guarantee at this stage in the match at 15 seconds a shot and 5-5 with the tournament on the line, but this is the best layout he's had.
I'm always a little bit surprised when people take the extension on the first shot when they've got an easy ball to pot, because if you do get yourself in a bit of a muddle, all of a sudden you might have to rush a harder shot, because he had easy balls to pot there, and I just think, I know you want to make your mind up, but...
How did you feel on that though? I thought reds.
Yeah, I can't believe he's gone yellow, but...
I'm assuming the yellow must go past the 2 reds to the right centre.
Yeah, but he's got to make sure there's a red blocking the natural angle to leave you good on it, so I'm a little bit, yeah, I'm surprised. He's now got to play a good shot to...
Unless he's thinking about playing it off the red. Just to, if he gets straight in, as he gets straight as in he can play it off the red and in, then he gets behind the yellow, the red moves, and he can get the cue ball where the red is. It's not the way he's gone, so I think he was playing for that ball into the bottom right-hand corner pocket. He's on the one to left centre.
Now, yeah, see, this is... He's going to have to play it... Oh, you can just play it off the red, actually.
Yeah, this looks plumb to play it off the red, doesn't it? As long as the red doesn't go up too far and get in the way of the 8 ball here.
I make sure I hit it off the thin part of the red so it doesn't go towards it.
Yeah, nicely worked out, but still just needs to make sure from here.
Yeah, don't get a little bit too much adrenaline, come hard off the rail. Yeah, perfect. No chance of being off with the red in the way either, so just make sure of the pot.
Ooh, I thought the same. I thought the same, but excellent finish in the end from Gary Clarke. It was the best layout he's had in the match, and he made the most of it.
This is a horrible feeling. If you break dry air, you feel like it could be your last shot in the match.
Hits them well, cue ball.
Oh, how's that not gone in? Oh my life.
Oh, he's dry, holds up his hand. There is I think he can pot the red here. It's dry, but Neil will have the chance, obviously. But this isn't a good layout.
Extension call.
How do you like this at 6-5 down and tournament on the line?
Looks like it's touching the yellow.
Yeah, I don't think he can cut this back. It's just going to be a safety off the red. Yeah. Made sure of not disturbing a red and yellow, which are the biggest stumbling blocks for Gary here, and tried to get the red in the mix of the other yellows. He's done half a job on that.
Can he clip this thin and go into the red and yellow?
Half ball on the red would be nice.
Yeah. He's playing safe. He's dropping onto it. Is he?
Well, that's... Was that invited a chance for Neil?
I feel like he's definitely dangled the carrot here and said, go on, you have a go. Yeah, he has, and oh, Neil's played a nothing shot. Oh, he's on the plant, actually.
The yellow at the top of the table is awkward to develop, but it's not too bad for the double.
How does he get on the yellow on the top bottom rail as well? I suppose he can get there now, can he?
He's going to deal with the one at the top. He's got an angle to move it.
Shot. If the yellow on the bottom rail now, though, doesn't go past the red on what is now top left of your screen.
Yeah, bottom left. I do think it goes.
Bottom left, yeah. If
it's tight,
go,
but I do think it goes. From the overhead, because of the angle, the camera's in the middle of the table, it distorts it just enough, but I do think it squeezes to bottom left.
Got to cue this in first. Oh, it's no good.
Well, yeah. He can get high on it to bottom right, but it's going to be a horrible shot.
Oh, it's a great shot. That's as good as... I didn't think you could do that, really. I think you just got to try, and I know it's makes a pot tougher, but trace it in with left-hand side to hit the red, personally. I feel like you try and just drop it like that, it just makes the pot too missable.
Oh, begging for it to fall, and it refuses. 240 left. Gary Clarke with the chance here.
I think that just made the pot too missable for me. I think you had to just commit more to the pot and try and hit the red with a little bit of top left.
Oh, the time remaining here is an interesting one. Gary, if he plays safe, he's got to play a brilliant safety. If he goes, he's got to get it, because I don't think he can run the clock down enough to run it out. He only has to leave, what, 5-10 seconds for Neil to be able to play the 2 shots. And it's not a guarantee with that red on the right-hand side here.
Will he go now into it?
Looks natural.
Ooh,
yeah, look natural to play the one bottom left. And
I feel like he's trying to run the clock, but he hasn't got. You can't run the clock.
yeah, there's still 2 minutes left. So even if you use 15 for the 4 shots remaining, you're going to leave enough time if you don't make it. Has to get out here. Otherwise, could be staring at a 6 red shootout.
Never. Oh, he's nowhere. Oh, he's just got there. It looked like he was going on the red, I thought.
Yeah, it's just turned half a turn, isn't it, to the right?
Looked like it did slightly fall.
Yeah, which can happen around the triangle area.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the shot I thought he'd play earlier on.
He's jawed.
Oh no.
Do you go for this? What do you know what I play here? I top right to, I think, the bottom on the screen on the overhead, the bottom right pocket, I think. No, he's playing safe off it. Oh, that's crazy. You're leaving him a dead straight pot. I don't like that. I think if you're going to play safe, I think you have to go to the top right pocket.
Right, make it as awkward as possible.
Like top it through, yeah. That's a crazy shot in my opinion, but his personal preference. Missed it.
No. Now 50 seconds left here for Gary. 30 seconds to play 2 shots. He has to get out here still.
Yeah.
He still can't run the clock.
Unless he hits the red 1,000 miles an hour and just keeps running around the
Which
table.
I tell you what, I'd be tempted to do if he doesn't land on it.
Oh, what a shot, Gary Clarke.
What a shot. That is a match winner, acknowledged by Neil Raybone. That is very special. And he still needs to knock this one in, but to get where he has was a brilliant shot. And that confirms it. Gary Clarke has turned things around and he has won this match. Neil Raybone had his chances, didn't take them. And some brilliant performances, some brilliant finishes from Gary Clarke in a match he had to grind, and he gets the job done.